All right, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a second. White Proximus. The game has been criticized for its inclusion of White Proximus as a gameplay mechanic in the online multiplayer. The use of WP is heavily regulated by international law. The provisions of Geneva Convention prohibited the use of incendiary weapons against or near civilian areas. In a statement to IGN, a former United States Marine Corps, I'm going to call him JP because I cannot pronounce his last name to save my life. I don't want to butcher it. So, there you go. Criticized the game for failing to realistically portray the effects of the weapon, saying, I find Modern Warfare's use as a kill streak reward is a nearsighted glorification, what myself and others consider to be a violation of the laws of armed conflict. Contrary to their overall goals towards realism in its campaign and multiplayer mode in Call of Duty, doesn't decrypt the effect of WP has on the human body or any kind of realistic way. I don't object to things like WP, White Proximus, being examined in games, so as long as we decrypt them as what they truly are. At least I listened to him. He knows it. He's seen it firsthand. He knows what White Proximus can do to a human body. And I read articles somewhere that people who play video games, they dealt with it firsthand. And they feel strongly against, Modern Warfare's using something like that in an online multiplayer. I think it's more about the gaming journalists and critics trying to find something out of nothing when it comes to White Proximus kill streak mechanic in a multiplayer game. Who knows? It may show up in a single player campaign mode. If it does, all of us going to use it in the game. It's a kill streak. It's something that we're going to use. So I just find the controversy, finger quotes, to be so worthless. There are other things that we should be focusing on. Oh, I don't know. The fact that microtransactions and loot boxes are coming, despite the fact they're a choice. You don't have to buy them. Well, microtransactions, not loot boxes. Not to mention COD points are coming. And we got a survival mode of the Spec Ops mode being specifically on PlayStation 4 that literally shuts out PC and Xbox One players. Which it made such a big deal to the point I've heard nothing but lost pre-orders. People are canceling the game's pre-orders left and right. I need to see some stats. If I see some stats and I come to find out it's like 70 to 80%, all I can say is, damn, Activision, you really screw this up big time. And I still can't believe they pulled this. I know it's it's business. They're out there to make money, Sony and Activision, but it's still stupid. It's still stupid. I don't like this exclusive deals because it splits the community right down the middle. Yeah, sure, you get rid of DLCs and season pass. Yeah, great, congratulations. This something like this should have happened years ago. But something tell me that Activision is gonna find a way to screw the fans, and this is one of them. So I don't know how this game's gonna turn out. Who knows? It may be the best Call of Duty in years. It may be the best for me. It may be the best Call of Duty in 12 years. We will find out when it comes out on the 25th of this month. Boy, I don't know which one is more overhyped. The Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 or the Cleveland Browns of 2019. Y'all take your pick. Last but not least, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I play the beta, finger quotes. Let me get that out the way. Anytime a company releases a beta, finger quotes, and within a week before the final product's release, it screams out loud demo. What do y'all think? Anyway, here's my likes of the Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I like the fact that enemy AIs are not, they ain't stupid, they ain't dumb. I heard that you can do like a kill off of a prone camo. I like that feature. I love that. The weapons feel good. The vehicles, when you drive them, when you're piling, the chopper, I mean, it feels good. I like that. That's one of the small things I like in Ghost Recon Wildlands. And for what I've seen, the world isn't as big as Wildlands. And that's a plus. Because that was one of the main reasons I couldn't take it. I couldn't deal with Wildlands. The world was just too big for its own good. And they didn't add, they did say that they're not doing ally AI teammates or whatever. They ditched them. All I can say is good, because they were about as dumb as a box of rocks in Wildlands. Especially when you're trying to do a stealth mission in a story campaign mission. Not side missions, the main story, the main campaign mission. So, now the negatives. The controls are clunky. The player movement is clunky. I know you have all this stuff on you, but it's still clunky as hell. It just screams out loud too much Division 2 with this loot stuff. I'm like, oh, good grief. Are you serious? And, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if this game's gonna, for what I've been hearing from Ghost Recon fans, they're not liking Breakpoint at all. They absolutely despise it. All I can say is it'll be more complete game in terms of single player, co-op, and online multiplayer mode compared to Wildlands. Have y'all forgot about how Wildlands was released? Just throwing that out there. So, I'm going to rent the game sometime later this week or next week or whatever and give it a chance. But I just wasn't sold on it. I mean, like I said, the controls were clunky. It felt too much like Wildlands and Division 2 and Borderlands 3 nonsense. I'm like, come on, stop. And the missions, either it's the side missions or the main missions, it feels like it didn't bring anything to the table. It feels like it's like the same mission. It's rinse and repeat type of thing. Even though it's a demo, but I have a feeling that that's what we're going to see in the final product of the game when it's released this week. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. And with that, throwing you a salute. What's your thoughts? Have a nice day.